Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing today? What's up, Wednesday night? Yeah, I know I said I was going to come home work early and give y'all little reviews because I need to. That's how it is. Come on, I want to talk to y'all. So today is, y'all seen the thumbnail, is drama TV reviews. So we're going to talk about Insecure, games people play, and Queens. I'm ready to give that review. So while I'm getting people, hey, what's up, Gemini Fly? How you doing, boo? What's up? Um, while we're getting people to come in, let me play my little outro intro. Get a little more people come in, then we're gonna start the show's update. What's going on? Hey, JW, what's up? How you doing? Oh yes, I'm ready to give you the drama. I'm ready to give you the tea. I'm ready to give you everything about these shows, about the drama. Yes. I mean, I know some people might come in, more people. This is more like it. I know a lot of people might not be on because it's a weeknight, but hey, I gotta try to get these videos out here as we can, y'all. We can't all be the same videos in one day, right? so so we play games, y'all watch it, please make your comments, share this video out there. What's going on? Let y'all be entertained. I never fell short by getting entertaining y'all and giving y'all these reviews. So I go live and I have a good time doing these stuff. And y'all interact with me. It just makes it so great. So let's do the show's update first. Y'all know I always start with that. Let's see. While we get some people to come in, then we start with Insecure first, then we do games people play, and then we do Queens. That's the order of the lineup today. Oh my God, that sounds good right now. I'm gonna be drinking just soda today, and I eat some candy. That sounds good. Sure. So, Real Housewives of Potomac season 6 is on Sunday. This Sunday will be the season finale. Y'all know I haven't been watching the season, but I probably will watch the reunion. So when the reunion comes, maybe every now, I don't know how many parts it's going to be. They haven't released no trailer yet. They ain't released no news. They did release the season chart. So this Friday, y'all, we're going to do, like I said, we're going to be doing Mizzle Social Corner after work around 9:30. And we're going to have like a Kiki, we're going to gossip about everything. And one of the topics I will discuss is the season chart. And on Friday, it's going to be straight gossip. We're going to talk about anything. I may have some topics, but we're going to talk about anything that we want to talk about. All right. And just have a little gossip channel. It's like get our hair down, get our drinks, and just have a kiki on Friday. Yes. Right? So one of the topics I might bring up is the season chart of Potomac and how y'all feel about the season chart. And I want to see it because I want to see how Nicki Minaj do with the ladies. I mean, she is the last 2 hours, I think, under the taping. So we see. Beverly Hills on Wednesday, let me see. What day was it? Last Friday, I did a review and I did that Marriage Bouquet. We had a good time. We was clowning Erica, see what she should be doing, tell her time to come outside. We ain't gonna jump you, all that. So we had a good time on that. So follow my channel and y'all will see that review. Salt Lake City, I ain't started watching the season yet, but I will. So I'm just waiting all these episodes to come out and I'll binge watch it. P Valley season 2 premieres in 2022 in Stars. We don't know the exact date yet, but it's coming out next year. So they're currently filming and everybody's coming back. Clank, clank, clank. Yes. Cheers. Quick. All right. Power Book 2, Ghost 2 is premieres on November 21st in Stars. So I'm excited to see the next part, the next season of this chapter, because I did enjoy the first season of Tyreek St. Patrick, and and the storyline, all that stuff like that, Mary J. Blige and kids and stuff. So I want to see how that continues. Life at the Lockup season 3 on Fridays, BTV is what it is. Love It Hip Hop Miami on Mondays, VH1. Marriage First Sight Houston season 13 on Wednesdays a Lifetime. A lot of these shows I haven't recorded it. I just haven't been watching it lately, but I will watch them. Yes. What else? Family Fiance season 2 is on Saturdays, right after Love and Marriage Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville is on season 3. And this past live, I talked about the latest episodes. Let me air my previous live. Gotta be aware. And then I'm gonna share my live of last week Queens engagement to play. I shared that a couple times if y'all didn't see it. If y'all have seen it, just please share it out if y'all can. All right. Ready to Love season 5. They hear that like Keisha will be Jordan. Yes, I heard that she was doing a scene. They were filming, and it was a scene, and she was there. So I was like, oh, okay. So I think that could be another topic because I think they revealed the cast of Real Housewives of Atlanta next season. Hey, Brittany, what's up, boo? Um, so we talk about that on Friday. The cast of Real Housewives of Atlanta. How do you feel about these people? And finally, they gave Marlo a peach. After all the damn years, they finally gave her a peach. But granted, if Cynthia and Portia Lala was still stayed, she'd probably still be a friend of the show. Marlo, you lucky girl. Ready to Love season 5. Let me see. Ready to Love season 5 is on Fridays on OWN. And I have been reviewing it, so y'all been updating with me with that. Insecure season 5 is on HBO Max. It premiered this Saturday. I gotta take that off. Matter of fact, let me take that off now. It's on Sundays. And we're gonna talk about the first episode tonight. All Kinds of People season 1 is on Fox. It's on a break right now, so we won't get a new episode till November 9th. And yeah, I reviewed this recent episode on my live. I did. So I think Marlon should stay peachless. Ciao. Did I this one? Oh yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it. Mm-hmm. Queens, we're gonna talk about that tonight. And it was a good second episode. And we got more background story of how the group was formed, what happened. And this episode was going back and forth between the past and the present. So I'm gonna break it down as easy as possible so we can follow through the best way we can. Marriage Boot Camp on Thursdays, WE TV, and Games People Play season 2 on BET. And the second episode, Games People Play, it did air premiere Karuchi. So we will talk about her character in a minute. All right. Anything else? That's it. Then stop sharing this. Yeah, I ain't get no pictures for Insecure. Yeah, I just finished Queens. It was good. Yes, Queens was good. Queens was definitely good. And I ain't get no picture for Insecure. Maybe next time I'll talk about it. I don't know if it's gonna be pre-recorded. Probably be more pre-recorded. Then I will do get some pictures and stuff like that. But we just talk about it how we talk about it. So Insecure, right? If y'all didn't see it, I did a watch along of this show on my Instagram. So if y'all didn't, let me get the link and share with y'all so y'all can just click on it if y'all want to watch the episode. So let me do that right now. I kind of spoil y'all, right? Profile. Let's see this. Copy. All right. So watch along. Yeah, and that same watch along, we talk about other things. We talk about the Shonda and Willie thing. We talked about Little Boosie and Nas X. We were talking about Destiny Child. We were talking about a lot of stuff. We was kicking caca in that day. Brittany was there with me, Auntie Momo. We were just kicking and talk about a lot of things. So that's that. All right, so Insecure. All right, so I'm excited that it came back. It been a long time. They give this is a final season, which I'm kind of bummed out that it's a final season because I enjoy Insecure. I enjoy the storylines. I enjoy the acting. Even though my biggest gripe with the show is that the episodes is only like half an hour, only 30 minutes. But Issa Rae explaining that it's not gonna be longer than that. That's the time slot that HBO gave them, and she just likes it straightforward like that. And that's good. It's good. It's not like has been boring. And I haven't viewed it since season 1 all the way to now, so I ain't gonna stop. So I enjoyed it, but the first episode, I ain't gonna front, it was a little snoozy, but nonetheless, it's back. And I think it will pick up with the season going. But we were a long time. A long time. So this episode, Issa, Molly, Kelly, Tiffany, her man Derek, all went to their alma mater, Stanford University, because they all went to the same school. That's how they all met each other. They was all friends since then, and that's that. So they went back to Stanford University. Issa actually went to Stanford University in real life. So it was a great homage for her to go back to her school and follow suit. So they went there reminiscing. Issa is so happy because she is going to be in a panel. She quit her job and she did this block organizations. And that would turn out to be really successful. And it seemed like it'd be a great, she started an organization. It seemed like it would be a great thing for her. That's something that she's passionate about. She worked hard for it. And that's that. And she is ready to talk on the panel about her passion and everything. But we never go get to Issa without her insecure awkwardness, Issa. So that shows up in this episode as well. So all of these came up. We still know that Molly and Issa relationship are still rocky. It's like that. They cool to be next to each other and stuff like that, but it's still not the way it used to be. And y'all remember how that whole friendship ended. They always had this whole thoughts back and forth. More people lean towards more of in favoring Issa than Molly. Because Molly could be a trip sometimes. She could be really a trip. They both have their faults, but Molly, she was doing the most a lot. And I'm sorry, she's very judgmental. She very had this opposite think that she's better than Issa at times, and this that makes Issa feel like she's inferior to her. Want Issa to back of her hands or foot. That time that I guess she wanted Issa to like beg to apologize for her. Issa said, "No, I'm getting on the call and I'm running out of here." Thought she would say something up. That's that. Y'all remember how that whole thing happened when she was playing her event, and Issa asked Molly for, "Can you ask Andrew, her agent babe that she broke up with, can you help me with this event? Like, I just need this person to perform." And she had a connection. And she said she didn't want to ask him. She didn't mess with a relationship, even though you're not with him anymore now. So you mess with your own relationship, girl. But they want to mess with relationships. I'm not going to ask. So Issa went to Nate, who Nate is good friends with Andrew. And Nate asked Andrew. She didn't tell Nate to ask him. She was vented and he took upon himself to ask her to help her out. Long story short, Molly found out and she blew up on Issa. They both was arguing back and forth. And that's how the friendship really got fractured. And that was stuff. And now, and Kelly and Tiffany, they was good friends themselves. And you know how Kelly and Tiffany fell out because Tiffany didn't view Kelly as the standard person. Like, they was good friends, but when it came to a baby shower and stuff like that, Kelly thought she would be the one planning it. and do it for her best friend. But she said, no, I need people who have more class. I need people who know things, just like that. So it kind of like hurt Kelly in a minute. Cause I said, how you gonna tell her that she is very classless or she's too ghetto and she can't play in a baby shower? What, like, really? So that really hurt her. But, they kind of patched up and then she became the baby's godmother. So it was like, that worked out at the end. But I was like, I really didn't like Cliffy at that point. I was like, how the hell are you gonna play Kelly like that? See, I ain't like that at all. I was like, you been friends all this time, and then when it comes to the actual event for you, a milestone, and I can't be part of it, and you gonna try to play me like, I was like, whatever. But they got back good friends together. Now Molly wants to know how she could get back good graces with Issa. It just said you gotta take your time. You can't force it. Like, you really can't force it. You gotta just let it be and let it help naturally. And just every step of the step, take baby steps. Don't just leap in and try and pass it. Just take baby steps. All that stuff. So they was all ended school. They reminiscing and stuff like that. So they went in and get so freaking the yearbook, right? Not the yearbook, memory book, whatever that book they had. And everybody had some accolades. And then Kelly, they thought Kelly died. They killed her all, put her in a memorandum section of the people who passed away and honored them. And they killed her off. And she's standing right there. I said, how the hell y'all thought that Kelly died? Like, what the hell? And not only that, they took it upon themselves to say they didn't remember her like that in school. They remember Issa, they remember Molly, they remember Tiffany, but they didn't really remember Kelly. The only they said under her thing that she could do a good sticky leg. Y'all know the sticky leg? If you run up, do the sticky leg, do the sticky. Y'all know, you remember that song came out, even though it was corny, but we was acting like they was the ish trying to do that sticky leg. And in 2000, right? Y'all know y'all was doing it just like me. Don't try to play it. Sure. So that's what they said that she was mainly good for, too, sticky leg and something else. And I was like, it was funny, but I was like, how the hell, why made y'all think that I died? Yes. Sticky leg, what's the ish, right? So when they got there, they met someone named Shy. And Shy was their friend. I think Issa and Molly was in a group, like hip hop or something, like dance hip hop group. And they met the girl named Shy. And if y'all watched the Oval, yeah. And you go to the next side, yeah, people was going in, right? If y'all watched the BET The Oval by Tyler Perry, Priscilla, she played Shy in Insecure. So I said, I was looking at that girl. I said, she looked familiar. Where's she from? And then she saw her. So she was up here dancing and getting up, getting down. And they saw Shy. They said, Shy, what's up? And they were doing their little rapping, all that group and stuff. And they had a good Kiki moment. And reminiscing and bonding. And Kelly still feel bummed out because they killed her. They killed her in school. And she's standing right there. And they said all that stuff. So they played the song Sticky Leg. And Shy said, come on, let's do it. And then, Kelly had to do it. All that stuff. They said that she did a good sticky leg and she just loved carrying a purse. Like, Kelly and her scene, she always carrying her bag with her all the time. So that was that. And it was funny. They killed her all. So there was a panel. It was like 4 people on the panel. And moderator was asking them different questions. How you started your business and what's the inspiration and what's your business about, all that stuff. Give your accolades. Everybody's talking, but fashion. Now, before she went to the panel, Issa had this habit in the show. If you ever watch the show, that she speaks to her conscience. And I think that's a good thing they do with Issa character, is that she plays herself in the show, but she stands in the mirror and then she talks to her conscience through the mirror, everything. And her conscience was have a conversation with her, a dialogue. It's like sometimes bigger her up or this or that, what's going on, to talk back and forth. So this time, Issa was talking to her past self at Stanford University, and with the braces and everything, how she was back then. And they said, oh, did you did this? Did you meet T-Pain? Did she do all that? All the stuff that Issa wanted to do in her bucket list when she was in college, but a lot of stuff she didn't get to do. Or stuff. So apparently, I guess the past Issa was kind of really didn't like how the current Issa is, because maybe even though she had this little accolade that been in her own organization, the Block organization, she's just feel kind of doubted, like she just not in her life that she wanted, her niche in her life that she wanted. And sometimes that's happened when you and your chunies and stuff, and you just going through the motions with a job just to pay bills and stuff, and then you realize you get close to the 30s that that's not something you didn't want to do, and you want to do that, so you got to start all over, and you scared to start all over because now you starting all fresh again, and now you got your own business. Now you don't want to fail, even though it was successful. But your mind start going once you got to go through things, and that's what Issa was doing. So that's what it's kind of psyched her out when she got on the stage, because she felt the awkward. That's the awkward Issa all the time. Because Issa, she had the confidence, but she get awkward at times. And that's what happened. So she on stage, all the panelists was all, the sister saying this, everybody, good, bravo. When Issa was talking, everybody was dead silent because she was awkward. She's like, yeah, my Black organization. And she kept forgetting one of the letters, one of the C's in her letter, what it was. It was the Black Live Opportunity, whatever it is. It's the color block. Yeah, but y'all shouldn't them. Y'all could catch it. And she was being very awkward, and everybody was just dead silent. I said, "Ooh, I feel bad." Don't you know when you get a speech and you can try to talk to everybody, all eyes on you, and you just get so nervous sometimes, and you just feel awkward, and then your awkwardness, they lose your awkwardness, and then after you finish, nobody claps for you. So she just felt very self-defeated, very self-defeated. And everybody was speaking and all that stuff, and nobody really cared for her. And, her friends had to be there for us. Good, all that stuff. So I think this is a scene that Amanda Seales, who plays Tiffany, the character, she was wearing the AKA. And Molly and Amanda Seales, Molly and Tiffany are AKA. They mentioned that in the first season. And I guess she wore the paraphernalia and all that stuff like that. Now, let's pause on the rest of the story and talk about that part. Y'all know social media is, people doing social media do the most. They are doing the most. Even if people who didn't watch the show and y'all watching me reviewing it, probably saw what was going on online on Twitter and Instagram about Amanda Seales' character. A lot of people don't like her like that. I mean, I don't have no problem with Amanda Seales. She is who she is. She's very woke. She's very intelligent woman, all that stuff. But I need people to understand that Insecure is a drama fictional story. It's a scripted story. Oh, it's a scripted. Yes, the AKA colors and the branding. Yes, that's what it was that people was going off about. It's the fictional story. Amanda Seales plays a character named Tiffany, who that character is an AKA. So somebody got in their feelings, upset, everything, and put on Twitter and said, "Oh, not Amanda Seales, who's not an AKA in real life, well, rocking my colors." I said, what is she talking about? Yes, in real life, Amanda Seales is not an AKA, but that doesn't mean nothing. Yes, JW, she was since season 1. Where's the outrage now? And they always have paraphernalia. Like, I think Molly in this episode was having a lot of AKA cups she was drinking out of. They ain't mad at that. Yes, and I said, I don't know what's going on. Everybody getting mad of every little single thing. This panorama happened, people will be miserable. I guess people are not working. They sitting at home. They're just finding any little thing to be mad about. We got to be mad about every other thing. We got to be mad about the freaking vaccination mandate. I mean, I'm not mad about that, but some people are, because when you don't want to take the vaccination, then you might lose your job. And there's no alternative. The testing alternative is too expensive for a lot of employers to be paid for. So why are we not mad at that? But we mad about she rocking the AKA colors and having the branding. Now, why are you mad at Amanda Seales for that? She's a character. She playing a character. It's not real. Reality TV show, and she was in reality TV, and she was rocking, and she not an AKA. Then I don't want to understand your outrage. But this is scripted television, y'all. Why are we mad? Now, I granted, before somebody said anything, I granted, people, I guess the organization say that they was not, it was unauthorized for her to wear the branding or something like that. I said, but then that's still not Amanda Seales' fault. That is the production, the Issa Rae production, who put the show together for years for not getting authorization. Now, if that is true, then that's their fault. But I would not know what's the outrage about Amanda Seales. Before y'all even knew it was unauthorized or not, y'all just went off and saying, oh, Amanda Seales not AKA, why she wearing that colors? I said, she's playing a character. My sister AKA, and she was like, I'm not bothered, it's TV. Apparently the president of the AKA said they was going to look into it. Let me get over yourselves. And honestly, if people think that she didn't take the time to learn about the story to play that part, that's what I'm saying. She's an actor playing a character, and her character was an AKA. Her and Molly, they both were AKAs. So, yeah, doctors not mad at doctors playing on TV because I know those fictional storylines on a doctor show is not always 100% accurate. They had to play it off. It's like they show some medical stuff and some realistics, but not everything is all realistic what they play on the shows because it's fictional, right? Sure. And a lot of people don't got no license themselves, so they're playing doctors. So what are y'all mad for? And I granted, yes, when you have brand names, when you have products in your shows, you got to get authorization. But if the authorization was not authorized, it wasn't Amanda Seales' fault. She playing a character. She just show up to the job. This we got to do. This we go wear. This we got to say. This how what your script and act the player out. And she plays that character really well. She plays Tiffany really well. How Amanda Seales acts in real life is not the same how she plays Tiffany. She transformed that character. So, that's what I'm saying. So I was like, people get over yourself. Why? And Amanda Seales explained it. She said, Tiffany, the character of the AKA, I'm not an AKA. It's like, why y'all putting it on me? So, and then somebody in the organization said, well, it was not authorized. I said, then that's something they will have to take care of. But I was like, hold up. Where were y'all before this outrage happened? Like, if y'all knew this show didn't take the AKA, didn't have the authorization, don't y'all would put your headlines before everybody went outrage? Because it was fine when somebody made that tweet. And since then, it just went off. Everybody said, I won't understand. Yeah, I said, yes, I understand, whatever. But it's not Amanda Seales' fault. She plays the character. Giselle, Real Housewives of Potomac, who is a reality TV show, act a whole fool all the damn time, and she's an AK. We know that because she said it. Being mean, like to start drama, hide her hand, and she's a real life AKA. Nobody mad at her. So I understand y'all. But let's move on from that. So yes, Amanda's character, Tiffany, was rocking the colors. And they said they was going to an AKA event after the panel. And Molly said, no, I'm going to stay with Issa. Because you know that Issa was feeling bummed out and down. So they went about their way. Issa took some, like she stole some, like 2 bottles of can that was on the freaking display. She took them and they were stalking. And stat. And they wanted to say, what can we do to get better in the place and stuff like that. And I guess Molly was entertaining some guy named, Owen. I gonna call Owen. Forgot. Y'all, if y'all remember the show, y'all remember what his name was. Y'all tell me anything. I ain't going back. I took no notes. I just did I just did a watch along and that's it. So Owen, and he was a past guy that Molly didn't really took consideration for in the past in the college, but now I think he's very successful. He's good now and stuff, and so she considering it. But I said, girl, you just broke up with Asia Bay, Andrew. Let's just take your time, girl. In a rush, and you need to work on yourself because sometimes every relationship you got, you always have an issue. So it's not the men, it's you, Molly. Like, God. So it just hit that guy named Owen. But she asked Issa how you feel. Because, every time Issa does give her opinions, Molly get upset. And so I would say, girl, why you asking her opinions if you don't want to hear the truth? Or at least want to hear you want to hear. You want to say what you want to hear. So Molly said, well, Issa said, well, you wasn't really rocking with him like that in the college. Like, you could just take him and leave him. So I don't know why you were trying to entertain it now. I mean, you wasn't really interested in Owen in the past. And I want to understand you was like feeding for him and he probably played dust. Now he looked into that. Now, if I was feeding for him, he played me dust. And now he want me now. I would say, nah, step away. I don't want you in my face. Back then when I wanted you, they didn't want me. Now I'm on hot. Then you all over. No, we ain't doing that. So no. So yeah, she wasn't really featuring him in college. So why? So that's what Issa was saying, that you wasn't really falling for him. So I don't know why you wasn't trying to entertain that. Just let it be, girl. So Shy, Issa, Molly, I think, and Tiffany and Kelly, they was in a car driving because I guess they was going to some concert or something thing, and they was going to stop. They stopped by a liquor store. So they stopped by the liquor store. Issa, Molly, and Shy went to the liquor store while Tiffany and Kelly stayed in the car. Now, I don't know how far that car was from the thing that they didn't see what the hell happened. Y'all was in a whole car and didn't see the whole robbery that happened. So when they got out the liquor store, a guy with a gun came at them. And he said, oh no. So they say, shut up, give me another. So everybody started taking it. Marty started taking off her Spencer watch. Shy would say, no, not the watch. She said, girl, it's my life. You better take everything. Take it. Here, take what you want. So he told us stuff. So they was going back and forth. It got too much. The guy said Shy's name. So they said, Shy. So they didn't realize that Shy just freaking set them up. I was like, oh no, how y'all used to be a figure group back in the day. But remember, Shy didn't graduate with them. She left because she started dancing for Sierra, all that stuff. So she didn't graduate with Stanford with them. So I guess they didn't really know her like that anyway. They just knew from which parts and she left the school. So she set them up and she took Molly's shoes. She said, give me your shoes. And she took Molly's shoes. But Issa wanted to take her shoes. She said, oh, no, you keep those shoes. I said, oh, snap. How the robber get figure selectives? I said, nah. Robber didn't take anything. They want to take their hands off and pawn it. And then she took the girl, Molly's shoes, and let Issa said, nah, we don't want your shoes, girl. Nah, you keep that shoes on. I said, bitch, if my shoes ain't good enough for you, shit. I was like, oh snap! They just played Issa and said, "Bitch, your shoes ain't not that expensive for me to try to take. We ain't going only 99 cents for this shit. We ain't want that." So went back in the car. So they was like, Tiffany, Kelly was like, "Hold up, what's going on? What's going on?" They said, "Girl, we just got robbed." They said, "What? Robbed? Yeah, Shah just robbed us. She set us up and robbed us." And took Molly's shoes and said, he said, we don't want your shoes. And they look at each other and they started busting out laughing. They ain't cried, they getting pissed off, they just started laughing. I guess that was a way to break the ice for those two, because they started laughing with each other over what they both went through. I don't know. I mean, some things you just gotta laugh. But I started laughing because how the hell y'all guys picky and selective with the items y'all want to take? That's crazy. So they laughed about it. And then I guess that's the whole trip went around. No, they went to the restaurant and they had like a fake eulogy for Kelly. Kelly sitting right there, and they said what they would have said about Kelly if it didn't happen. And it was at her funeral. So they all get their little eulogy speech. And Kelly was like that. Yes. I was like, oh my gosh, y'all. So they left and went back home. Lawrence and Issa used to be in the island the first season. Y'all know how that whole thing is. That Lawrence, Issa was working all the time. Lawrence was in the home trying to find himself and everything. Eventually he did, but it took a while. And while that was happening, I understand both sides, because at the end of the day, like, sometimes when you home and the person sitting at home all the time, you working on time, you might get frustrated because they home. Yes, they working on something, but you just want something instant satisfaction. Like, you gotta help me with the bills, gotta help me with this and stuff like that. She feel frustrated. Instead of really talking to her man about that, how she feels, she vented and then she cheated. So she cheated. He couldn't deal with that. So they broke up and they had the whole back and forth thing. And that girl, what's her name? Condola. He messed with Condola. And that Condola is pregnant. And Issa and Condola used to work together. They were working together for the Block organization. And now Condola is pregnant. And now they are trying to get back together. Now, last season, Lawrence, he's making it big. He's doing his money. He's doing all that stuff there. And him and Issa connected. And they really had a sit-down conversation they should have had a long time ago. But they never really talked to each other. They just let their emotions go and they just let it be. And they was just both avoiding each other. But now they had an adult conversation. And they understand each other. And they had the conversation. They probably still been together, but they didn't have that. So now they had to mature and work on a different path and really understand what happened, how they feel about things, and what's going on. So they try to make it work. So Lawrence picked Issa up. I guess in the car, they was mostly quiet. I think when he talked to her, I think they was outside. And she was like, you know what, I've been thinking on the ride. And she didn't even get to say the words. He already knew that she was going to say. She can't take it because the end of season 4, he revealed to her that Condola is pregnant while they was trying to work on themselves. And I guess that's something that she had to think about. It's like, oh my gosh. It's one thing that, yes. But now that she's pregnant, and now she's just said she thought about it, she can't. I can't. He said, I understand. All right, I understand. Dropped her off, went about her business, and that's how the episode ended. So I was like, oh, man. If y'all watch it, how y'all feel about Insecure? I enjoyed it. That was the episode. Like I said, each episode is only 30 minutes. Hope they give us more episodes this season since it's the only final season. Hope they really wrap things up in a good, nice bow. And stuff like that. I mean, I don't think Lawrence and Issa should be together anymore. I was like, it ran its course. We was happy they were going to get back together because they got there. I was like, you know what? Whatever. Maybe working out with Nate, but Nate did that ghosting thing on her. Said he was depressed, all that stuff, and he had to take his mind right, but you just stopped talking to her. I said that you could at least talk to her before you left, but whatever. He ghosted her and it came back. She feels type of way about that. The other guy, Daniel. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that when he's squeaky? I was like, girl, you didn't know the signs. He told you about to come and you just kept going. Girl, shoot. But that was Insecure. Like I said, it was an okay first episode, so I'm looking forward to it. But people, y'all watch the show. We learned about nonfiction and fiction in school, y'all. So we gotta learn that fictional stuff is made up. All right? Oh God, let's go. All right. All right, y'all. Games people play. Let's do that next. And let's check out anything else. Let me know how y'all feel. First of all, let me introduce the characters again if y'all don't know who they are. Let me take this off right quick. 38. No, 39. All right. So Games People Play come on Tuesdays on BET. This is second season, and basically it's about the players and their wives and stuff like that. But the gist of it was centered around a murder mystery of who killed Kalinda Walters. And or the whole first season, we're trying to find out who did it. The end of the first season happened. We found out Jackie and her had an altercation, and she fell down the stairs, so that's how the episode ended. And so we say, oh, Jackie's the one who killed Kalinda. Come to find out, Kalinda was not dead. She was still alive after that happened. Jackie was taking the blame of the murder, even though she was still alive. New evidence came about, and we found out that Kalinda was still alive. And Vanessa, right here, Lower London, Vanessa, she accidentally hit her with her car. They said it was a hit and run, but we didn't see her leave after that. We just saw her that she stopped and she was shook that she hit Kalinda and everything because she was not paying attention. She was doing this, trying to find her phone that she dropped on the damn car and all that stuff. So that's what happened. So there was the whole thing around that, and now on top of that, they had other side stories. When Nia right here, Vanessa's best friend, she used to be a gossip columnist, but she wanted to do reporting, all journalism, all that stuff. She wanted to make it a big stop, so she went to LA to get a big story. She broke a big story with Jebediah Hawthorne. He was this preacher, TV preacher, whatever, and who had a freaky low down side of being BDSM and freaky deaky stuff and everything. So that's that. And her husband, Vanessa's husband, Lauren Dunner's husband, is Marcus King right here. He's the star player in LA Vipers. He went to LA to be in LA Vipers team and become a star player, but he was a hoe. He was the one who was having sex with Kalinda, everything. That's caused a tension between the relationship of Vanessa and Marcus, all that stuff like that, because he was hoeing. He slept with Layla. Yeah, remember he slept with Layla, and Layla was trying to put it out there because she wanted to be famous. Who the artist she was sleeping with, and had a whole backside. They showed her face, they showed her butt and everything. And Vanessa knew who that was. She knew her husband butt, so she said, "Oh no, she didn't." Slept with Layla, and that's that. So those three. So that's Vanessa, the wife. And we know in the end of first episode of last week, Vanessa's skedaddled with Deja. Can y'all remember? She revealed to Marcus that the pregnancy that she's currently having, he's not the father. And I would say, Vanessa, you should have just kept that to yourself, girl. You don't even know yet. How you accurately know that he's not the father? She said she did the dates, and the date came up. We were not together at the time, so I got pregnant at this time, and I had slept with that white guy who was a colleague of her school. And I said, oh my gosh. So when Marcus came home for practice, she was a skedaddle. She left the house. She took Deja, and they was gone. Now he's all feeling it. He's all through it. We get to that. But then we introduce the rest of the characters. And while I'm talking, y'all can make your comments, y'all, if y'all up to date with this. That's Kalinda Waters. This is the girl they was having a thing with. He was cheating on Vanessa with. That was one of the escorts girls in the service. Because, Jackie, who Vanessa Simmons, Jackie, she's the head honcho wife of the LA Vipers and stuff like that. And her husband is a whole, he like men, never stuff. Yeah. Yes. And she was part of the big service. And now, of course, she got jammed up, all that stuff. And that's that. Next to that, we have Kareem. That's Marcus' kind of best friend, childhood friend. And Kareem's career got messed up because he was into this point scheme that got his career messed up because he believed Jamal, who turned to find out it was his father. I will show his picture it is. And that's how he got his career messed up. So it was a lot. So he just kind of feel bummed out that his career is not popping. But that's his ghetto girlfriend and Cornisha, his childhood friend and childhood girlfriend or something. So he proposed to her. She's all, what's going on? She ready to play at a wedding. She ready to do the cake testing, all that stuff in this episode. I said, girl, y'all just got proposed. Like, calm down. But that's her ghetto girlfriend. Little Katie from My Wife's and Kids. Her name is Layla in this show. And, she wanted to make it big. She's one of those person who is the Instagram model, Instagram star, and she just want the fast money and the high life. So she do whatever she needs to get to the top as fast as possible. And stuff. You remember last season when she was trying to expose the artists that she slept with that ain't going well, that she got this opportunity, that she was in this event, and then she stole some champagne and stuff like that from the guys. And they're trying to come after her. She was all freaking scared and stuff. And that apartment she was in, all that stuff. That was that for last season. Now this season she was selling samples, gelatos, y'all, and stuff. And then this guy came he can make her a star. That's a girl. He gave her an apartment and how she could pay for rent is like a portion of her income, and they own her. I said, own her for what? What is that? Like, it's a lavish, furnished apartment. Oh, that's a girl. He ain't gonna give you all that for free. You better know what the hell you're getting yourself into. So we get to more of her on what she did this episode. This is MJ. That's Naya's assistant. You know that Vanessa best friend, Naya's assistant, MJ. Basic assistant. That's all you can say. I can know that's. Yeah. This is Eric. That's Naya's. I said Naya. Her name is Nia. Nia boyfriend. And he's like a freak. He's like paranoid. Like when he went to MJ house this episode, he said, "Oh, you got a cardboard. We got to cover this. Like people watching them, watching me. This is that. Look at my." He just conspiracy theory, and I was like, "Oh my gosh." Conspiracist, yes, conspiracy theorist. He's always that. Like something's always going on. But he's very tech worthy. That's that. Here goes Vanessa Simmons, Jackie. She is married to Dante right here. And for their story, it's like they're faking the funk. She's a bear for him. They do have kids, but at the same time, he's down low. Like he's really like men. He's not really that stuff. Like so, she was playing trade off, and, well, that's the reason why Jackie and Kalinda had going at it, because she was trying to own Kalinda, and Kalinda was so she was doing the most, and got pregnant by Marcus. Yeah, Kalinda was pregnant by Marcus and everything, and Jackie was trying to get her alive, and then Kalinda said, "No, don't try to come at me, whatever, because at the end of the day, I could expose you. Girl, you trying to fake it the funk like you in this perfect marriage, but shameless marriage because your man don't like men. No, your man do like men, and he don't really like females like that. You in this fake marriage trying to play it off like that. Girl, you miserable." I said, "Ooh, don't say that to a head honcho chick like that. She's a head honcho. Like, you gonna get her mad like that?" So then they fought. So she got out of jail. So I don't know, we're gonna see more of Jackie to see. So we should, because we need to know. This is Jamal. That's Kareem's father, and this is his mom, Kareem's mother. She revealed to Kareem last episode that Jamal is his father. All that stuff. But this is Dante. That's Jackie's husband. And yeah, this is the 3 new characters in this show. Yes. This is Romello. Romello, he's the new Romello Copeland. He's the new guy in the team, and he's very cocky. You can tell right off the back, he's very cocky. He said, I'll get this team to the play. I'll get this team to the championship. I would do this. I would do that. All that stuff like that. All whatever's going on. Throw jabs at Marcus. Like Marcus got it, but I'm here. All that stuff. He's very cocky. It seems like he watching Marcus. Like, I don't know. He's a very secret competition of him, or he trying to play Marcus, like I said, like, you a has-been. I'm encouraging. So don't try to play, I got this. You can sit down when you sit down, but I got this. So that's him. Yeah. Ain't that Hitman? I said, I don't watch Wild 'N Out. And that's him, Romello? Y'all tell me, that's him. I mean, I had the side view. I could have took other pictures, but at the time when I was watching it last night, and I guess that was the best picture I had. So I said, whatever. Maybe next time I'll probably try to do a frontal, so y'all know what he look like. All that stuff, but you can get a chance of what he look like. He's not an ugly dude. He just cocky. That's what it is. Karuchi Chan, y'all. Karuchi. Right here. She's Eden Laszlo. Yep. Eden Laszlo. And she's the daughter of the head of the LA Vipers. So she's going to be the VP of Business Operations. And, we didn't even see much of her, but we do know she like to look up her players. Like, she don't play that. She like to look up her players, so she's going to see what it is. And it seemed like the way how they're trying to portray this is trying to seem like her and Marcus might have more thing going on than her being a VP of the thing and doing protecting the players and be looking out for her players. So we'll see how that goes. But this scene right here, when I had like that, that's the only best picture I took. Every time I would take a picture, her eyes was closed. It was this, that. I couldn't take everything because it kept going when I snapped. It just snapped in one moment. So this is the best picture I have for her. But the guy asked her. He said, "Oh, do you think nepotism plays a role why you got this promotion?" She said, Nobody recognized that I have multiple degrees. Nobody recognized that I worked my ass off to get to the top of that. Nobody recognized that I was not things handed to me. I worked my butt off to get this team to the top when the team was not in the best. So let's don't play me. Don't play me, boo-boo. Don't play me. Now I don't understand why people might think nepotism plays a role, but it's not one of them. And now we've been at the worry about what you got to get here. Trying to play me. I said, all right, coach, you better do that, girl. Sure. And that's that. And yes, y'all know who this is. I don't have to do an introduction. Leon. Man, that man is fine. Sure. Age well. And true story, y'all, I met him in real life. I met Leon in real life. No lie. I met him in real life. I work in the hospitality field. I work in one of the luxury residential buildings. I'm a concierge. And he came to my building. He was visiting one of my residents in my building. And he stopped at the front desk. He had this light-skinned chick. I don't know who that chick was. But he came to the front desk. He got that same deep voice as always. And he said, I'm going to this apartment. I said, cool. Hey, well, that's stuff like that. I mean, I'm a professional. I could have been saying, oh my God, you can't take a picture. I wasn't doing all that. But true story, I met him in real life. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, he ready to tour in real life, y'all. He toured. I was like, oh snap. He came. I guess he got a limousine or got a car, whatever. He did everything. But Leon is Marcus King. Yes, right? Sure. Because first of all, he can't know that I like the man. I like to play the same team because I could jump the bones and get a little hug or feel it and something like that. Listen, can I get a hug or something? But I'm very professional because I met a couples. And I think I met Angela Simmons one time. Vanessa's sister. I met her. I met other artists and actors. If y'all watch Real Housewives of New York, I met Luann what her name? Luann Dupelis, whatever her last name is. Luann. She's one of the actors. She was one of the main cast. I met her. And she was nice and everything. She said hi to us and everything, hi, bye, and everything. I think she stayed too long in the resident. I think she was a couple of months. Then she left out of there. But I had no issue with her that much. Hey, what's up, bro? I met Erica there one time and I wasn't realized that man. Yes. So, yes, Leon, just how he is. He's had that swag, very tall, look very good looking in first person, and he's stuck deep. So he played Marcus King's father, and he came to check on his son because he's like, you know what? I need to get you out the funk. Get your stuff together. You got to clean up this house, get up all stuff, all going on craziness. So, episode 2, y'all. So Marcus was going through it. He's like in the clouds. His wife left with his daughter. He's so bummed out. He's drinking the hard liquor. He's drinking that dark liquor. He's passing out on the floor in a couch. He don't want to go anywhere. You know how that goes when you lose your love and your love. Not lose your love just ran out on you. Like took the kid and it's gone. Like that, just ghost. And in the midst of the new investigation, because they found out new investigation that new clues came up that Vanessa hit Kalinda. So they try the detective trying to find her and said, "Have you seen him? Like you said, not seen him. Have you seen her? Did she talk to you?" Said no. Because basically, when she's skedaddled, she cut communications. Like she didn't even talk to her best friend. She didn't talk to her husband. She just left. And Nia was like, hold up. Nia, the best friend, she was like, hold up. I knew something was going off with her, but she didn't really say she was like going to leave or say goodbye. I was hinting that something was off with her. And Because what had she was talking to me, something was off. But she didn't put two together that she was going to leave like that, because she ain't call me, she ain't tell me goodbye, she ain't say nothing. Like, I'm her best friend, you at least think she would talk to me. No, she ain't talk to you, she ain't tell her husband, she just skip skedaddle. Yep. Yes, she was he was going through it, y'all. Going through it. And that's when his father came, Leon. His father Leon came. And I forgot his father's name in this show, but I'll call his father. That's what it is. And he said, Pop, what's he doing here? He said, I'm trying to get check on you. It's like, I know what happened. Yeah, I heard the story. I know what's going on. But listen, and, his father, then was like, that's how I felt when your mom died and everything. They had a reminisce moment because, at that time, he was big in his playoff, and the mom was very happy because he said, listen, if I knew what's going on at home, I probably wouldn't expect. He said that's why she didn't want to let you know what's going on, because she was so proud of you. She wanted you to pursue your goals. And he was there for a while to see, hey, let's play basketball, let's reminisce, let's talk. I'm here for you. You need me to be here. And I could push the things aside if you want me to be there. Like, Leon, his father was there. He said, listen, I got you. He comforted him when his son was crying and hurt about his wife and daughter. And I said, oh my gosh. It was sad. It's very sad and everything. So he's going through it. And we'll see how that goes. But his father was there to lift him up, get him out his thing, say, listen, you got to get your life together. Like, come on. Work hard. Be there for your daughter. When she come back around, look for you, you there. So she needs to know that you got her. You always thinking about your daughter. That's make your daughter your driving point to push forward. If anything else, your daughter. So I was like, okay. And that's what's that. Like, Nia boss called her. He said, listen, that freaking stunt you pulled with that freaking journalist didn't not work, because now he's trying to sue us. So y'all demoted back to gossip. I said, oh, snap, gossip. People trying to get off of gossip and try to elevate to journalism, trying to do everything. But now they're going right back to gossip. So now she's feel bummed out about that, because now she didn't get fired, but she went back to where she didn't want to be. That's what it was. And get demoted back to that. I said, oh no. So her MJ is bummed out about that, because they got voted back today. MJ is happy because he's got a job. He said he not fired. Hey, it is what it is. But Nia is bummed out about that. So Eric, her boyfriend, she was talking to him, going back and forth. She told him the news was happening, and she was upset about things. So they was having an argument, because he was like, come on, like, you don't have to work so hard. I have money too. Like I can help you out with bills, and I can do this, what's going on. Like, you don't have to push yourself so hard. But she said, she has dreams, and she's not worried about no family right now. Like, why you gonna think about family when I told you about stuff? He said, it's never a good time. Every time you go on a good track, he said, oh, it's not right. I'm in a career momentum. Now, when things not going right, he said, oh, it's not a good time because I'm in a bad place. It's like, it's never a good time. He said, we could take a vacation. We could take some time. Like, you don't have to do everything right now. And they had an argument. And I guess she kicked him out, or he left. And she went to stay in MJ house. And that's what he was paranoid. MJ had the blinds, and he said he was trying to get some shades down, and put the cardboard up and all stuff, because he think people were looking at him. And so I said, calm down. And that's that. Now, Quanisha, Kareem's girlfriend, well, fiance, they're fiance now. Let me get it together. Their fiance, she's ready. They didn't even set a date yet. They didn't set no date yet. And she is ready to plan. She's doing case testing already. She's looking at pictures. She's looking at things, all that stuff like that. And I said, oh. I'm gonna see more of her storyline than her being a ghetto girlfriend, that thing, all that stuff like that. We gotta do this. We gotta do this. And he said, "Calm down. We got to." He said a day yet. He said, "I bought you this ring. Because he was like, listen, I'm not making money like that, coming in like that. We got that money that we took from Jamal, that 300K I think they have. But we got a budget. We can't be splurging up here like that. She said, well, you bought me a $5,000 ring. He said, yeah, but this ring is like forever. And the wedding day is one day. It's like one day, this is forever. It's like, so he went to see his father in his hospital. And the father said, no, I don't need that money. I don't need that money. It is what it is. I just want to be, I'm happy that I could be in your life. That's all I've been wanting to be your father. All right. So he sat there and he was doing all stuff. Cornisha came over there. She said, what's going on? What's up? And try to play it over. It's like, he's going to try and say it's a gimmick, all that stuff. And at that time, Cornisha was talking to Kareem and said, oh, you'll ask Kareem to be your, Marcus to be your best man because having him, you can get discounts. I said, oh, you trying to use him for discounts, girl? I guess trying to use the connections. So I get a discount. And he said, okay, I want to talk to him. So when he did want to talk to him, he saw Marcus with his father. And he felt type of way. That's what prompted him to go to the hospital to see his father. He said, know what? I guess he said, felt like life is too short. Let's make the connection. He has been there for my life a little bit, even though he was training me, even though he did use me and stuff like that. But at the same time, I still have some money here. So it's just that connection. So Cornisha was saying, oh, we ain't getting the money back. He said, no, I am trying to get the money back. He said, oh, I can, good. All right, so Layla, right? So Layla was in her Instagram thing, Goddess Beauty LA, Goddess whatever, LA, Goddess Beauty, whatever her name is, Goddess LA. That's what it is, Goddess LA. And she was on Instagram. She had this different prizes, a box of different outfits. She said, oh my gosh, y'all, what we going to wear? So I'm going to post this up here. Y'all vote on what I'm going to wear and everything. And this is that. I'm in a lavish apartment. Oh my God. She does her Instagram stuff. So she was doing that, and that's how it happened. And it wasn't much of her scene anyway. So Eden, Karuchi Tran, Eden, she talked to the detective, right? And she was asking the detective. He said, can you tell me what's going on in your investigation? He said he can't give that information out there. He said he can't. So she said, okay, whatever, granted. Because she wanted to protect her team. She needed to make sure that her team was legit and everything as well. And no scandals coming out here because I got to protect my brand and my team. And she said, at least can you tell me his points of interest? That's okay, Dominique. He's here. He's still here. We didn't get to Queens yet, so that's next. That's the last one. And she said, I want to know if he at least points of interest. At least tell me that. He said, no, not at this point. And she said, okay, good. At least hope that stay that way. Because as long as he's not a point of interest, that he's not like being talked, like he's not being picked as the freaking suspect, then things will be good. But if he is treated as a suspect, then that's going to be something, that's a scandal. They don't want that happening. So they got to take that. I want that repetition. She trying to get fun of the story. Yes, that's what she wanted to do. Because she said, no. If he's not part of it, then that's so good. But if he's part of the thing, we can't have that in my team. I said, all right, do that for your teammate. Do that for Marcus. Because at the end of the day, he is one of the top key players. So I guess she want to protect that. So later on, what else happened? All right, so after all that said and done, because I basically talked about the whole episode, but the last time it was Marcus, Kareem, Romello. A lot of people was at the freaking club, whatever club they was at. It was all bluish. I said, yeah, I love blue today because it was a blue background, blue thing, blue things, blue that. I said, everything was blue. So it was a blue lighting background. They was jamming or something like that. Romello is eyeing Marcus to see what's going on. Then they clouded each other. Marcus get freaking drunk. He was throwing that shots back. He throwing the drinks back. He was throwing a lot of things back. Queen was there talking to him, and they doing this little mini rapping, all that stuff. That's at that time. Later was coming and showing her stuff in with the whole black on. She picked the black suit. And she was looking nice and all stuff. She said, "What's going on? You look drunk, right?" Yeah, he's a little drunk. What's going on? Yes. He said, "Can we do it?" I said, "No, we stepped that chance down. We good. All that stuff. Yeah. All that stuff." She was doing that little banter all back and forth. She said, "No, we good. No, we have to jump that bridge. We did that once. It was done in the past. It is what it is now. We good." So she kept walking, and that's with Mamelo. And that's how I was thinking Mamelo is competing against Marcus because he's doing the most sometimes. Like he was checking Marcus out, like trying to one up Marcus with the drinking game or one up Marcus with everything else, trying to play him, like tagging on back and forth, doing like throwing jabs and shade towards Marcus' way. Marcus is like still drunk out of his mind, like he is responding, but he's not really responding. And that's what he grabbed later. And he said, "Oh, girl, you looking good." And all that stuff. He said, "Yes, he doing. Yes." He knew that playing for a game. He hugged her behind. She said, "Oh, my God, what's going on?" He said, "I can take you out. Let's do this one." She said, "All right. Oh, all right." He said, "Hey, I'm happy for you later." She said, "Okay, boy. Okay." I said, "All right." That's the end of later. We didn't see her since then. So she walked out. And they was Marcus and Kareem started rapping some little rap. I don't know what the hell they were saying. They were drunk as hell. It was rapping, and Mamelo was sitting like this, waiting for his turn. I said, "Mamelo, can you sit down? Like, can you sit down? Like, you just sit down, man. We don't want you. We don't want you here." So they finished, and then Mamelo got the mic, and he just kind of straight shut them down. Like he just did the rap, and they said, "Oh," I said, "Oh snap, he went for the kill." Went for the kill, shut them down. He said, "Oh, whatever, all that stuff." At the meanwhile, Nia came with MJ, and they was talking, and she said, "No, what's going on?" All that stuff. So Marcus saw them. MJ screamed Marcus out. He said, "Listen, you could scream him out. We could get in." He said, "Oh yeah, let them in, let them in." And they was talking. Nia was talking to Marcus, and they was asking, "He's here. He don't know I ain't called." She's like, "Listen, you can always call me, and we can be there for each other. Like, if you need to talk and everything, I'm here for you." She said, "Oh, yeah, you can do the same." We say, "Yeah, I ain't doing that." So, feel awkward. But at the same time, they do need to be each other for it. They do need to be there for each other. Have a support system. Like, they both have a connection with Vanessa. Vanessa's a skedaddle both their lives. So, yes, you guys should be able to lean on each other for support. But when Naya is feeling some way about being demoted to a freaking gossip column again, and Marcus loses his family and all that stuff, we don't know what's going on with that. So Eden, Coochie Tran said, "Listen, you drunk. I could take you home because we know no more accidents up here. You can't be driving and drunk and all stuff like that." At this time, Quenisha was like, she found out that somebody took her pictures because I don't know what was going on. Everybody was taking mad pictures of Marcus in the club. And Kareem, they were taking pictures. I don't know who was taking pictures, but they were taking a lot of pictures, right? And then somebody took a video and then sent it to Quenisha. I said, who know Quenisha at that club? I said, whatever. Said it's Quenisha. She said, what's going on now? He up here doing this stuff at the wedding, and he up here having a party and everything. He ain't telling me. So she called him, and he answered like a puppy dog. And she said, "When you doing? Where you ain't probably know what's going on. You at the club, and you ain't telling me no club. What's going on? You supposed to be home right now with us. We ain't doing that, you know." And he said, "Baby, and that's we hanging with my boy and all that." He said, "Well, do you ask him to be the best man? Oh, you gonna be the best man?" He said, "Best man for what?" So Kareem didn't tell him yet. He said, "Well, you have to get married." He said, "Oh, snap, your boy, I'm happy for you, yeah." She said, "You get your ass home. Get her home." And I said, "Oh, snap." He said, "Oh." He said, Kareem going home. I said, "Kareem, man up." He said, "No, I ain't going home." Like, I just pump you in the finger thing. I said, shoot. I said, "You could keep calling. And I'm going to keep on dancing up in this club. Sure. Watching me to go home." But he left us to Cornisha. So Cornisha said, "You better come home. You better come home." And that's that. So the end of the show, Eden, Coochie Tran, she was driving Marcus, and they was like do a little small talk back and forth. But y'all can feel the little energy going on. Y'all can feel the little energy going on. I said, oh no, don't do that, girl. You the VP. You can't do that, girl. Don't do that. Don't mess with Marcus. Don't mess with Marcus. But I see that's what it's going. That's what it's going. I said, don't be if you gonna do mess with him, don't be so quick about it, girl. No. Cause it showed when they was talking and she was feeling forward and they had this little pan out and they were looking at each other. I said, what's going on? We better not have a damn having sex on episode 3. Wait till episode 6 or something. I said, girl, you're a VP. Don't do that. They ready to downplay you, think that nepotism play a role in your freaking role in your title, in your position you in. Now they might think that, oh, you sleep with one of your players. Like, you don't do that. Don't do that, girl. Don't look good. It won't look good at all. So that was Game People Play, y'all. Anything else about that show that I missed? I think I said everything. Nope. So we'll see how the Marcus and Eden story plays out. If anything will happen between those two, because it seems like she might be the new love interest. Starting to kill the time until Vanessa come back home. Because no, a man could be freaking drowning out, but he will still find a way to get his urges met. So, and he drunk that night too. So that's a good. You sober. See, you don't want to jump that bridge when you mess with somebody who's drunk. No, you don't want to do that. I said, if you can't be at least sober enough to remember what the hell was going to happen the next day, we ain't doing nothing. Don't do it. Don't care how drunk you are. You better slip your ass down. Catch me in the morning. All right, so that was Game People Play, y'all. Ned jump ship to Queens. I know most of us watch Queens. So how y'all feel about Queens, y'all? Was it good? You enjoyed it? So Queens gave us a lot of background story of the ladies, of the group, what happened in the past, what happened in the future, going back and forth. Now, most people probably would get confused because they was jumping a lot back and forth. But I think they do that to tie in the stories of what happened in Patrina and how it's parallelism to what's going on now, or contrast what's going on now, or how it plays into their current state as ladies in the future back in the day. So to make this review more fluent, I'm going to talk about everything that happened in the past and what led up to what's going on now, and just then talk about the individual storylines in the future and how that plays out. Okay. So Queens was really good. I'm going to go back and watch it because I was watching to get through it. All right. So they was watching the billboard. Little Muffin and the Nasty Bees was watching the billboard, and they said they're going on tour. And they mentioned that they don't want to go back to Stanford. No, not Stanford. I'm talking about Insecure. They want to go to San Diego. Something happened in San Diego. They didn't want to go back there. Like, so they said, okay, what's going on? We don't want to go back there either. That's that. So meanwhile, Eric came behind them, and they said, what's going on? Y'all good with all our stuff. Y'all going to make it to the top. And they said, hey. There's somebody with a freaking black mask with a gun. I said, oh, no. Hey, Lee Daniels, so y'all better, I don't think Lee Daniels. Whoever made the show, y'all need to stop with these gun scenes like that. Shoot, killer players or, well, we don't know what happened. All we know, we saw gunshots. It seemed like nobody got shot. I don't know what happened, whatever. But they would say, oh, no. And that's how it stopped right there. So I guess in the future, we go back to that scene and see who actually is that person. And what was the reason why they want to shoot at the crowd, not the crowd, those individuals, those 6 people. I was like, oh no. So let's talk about the past. Past Nasty Bees. Oh, if y'all didn't watch it, let me introduce some people real quick, because I did change one person out of it. So Evie Eve, aka Professor Sex, aka Brianna, right? She's the mother of 5 children, and she's also married, whose husband cheated on her with a white bee, with a white chick, got cancer, and you're going to say that cancer made him cheat. Cancer was the cause of him cheating. I said, boy, if you don't got my freaking face with that, I would throw a whole freaking chair at your ass. No, I ain't violent. Don't say that bull crap on me. Don't say that cancer caused your tumor to make a wrong decision to use impulse control to cheat on me. Hell no. Do something better. So that's that. Right? We got Jill right here. Jill Notori Norton. She plays Jill, aka The Thrill. Right? And she is a closeted lesbian, but who also Catholic. So she's married to a guy named Darren, but she's secretly a lesbian because she is having a secret affair with a girl named Tina. And stuff like that. And that's with her. And she also used to do a lot of drugs, but she cleaned herself up doing that. All right. Valeria, aka Butterbeat Can, aka her name is Nadine Velasquez. That's her acting name. And she's the one who was dating the manager at the past. And also at the same time, she was the most successful of the ladies of the group. She was not the original member, and I'm going to explain that in a minute. She was not the original member of Nasty Bitches. That's the name of the group, called Nasty Bees. But she became the limelight. She became the most successful. And at the front, when they were trying to reunite it, she was acting like, oh, you're the Latina girl. I keep saying that, right? Before I got her name, right? Every time I was introducing Queens up to that I got her name, I keep saying everybody's name and Latino girl. Latina girl, until I really got her name and realized that she has an accolade. And you know what? I didn't remember seeing her before. I just don't know what her name was. And so like that. So she had a lot of accolades of shows and movies under her belt. And I think she's real life. She's in 40s. I think they're all in line in 40s. So I was like, is they on their 30s? I don't want to age them, but they're not in their 40s yet. But I think they are. Or at least late 30s. So she's not the most talented. And she's the most talented, but she became the most successful of the group. Whatever. On her day, she was working at a news firm and everything, or journalist firm, one of those shows like The View and all that stuff. And she got passed over one of the biggest interviews, and so she tried to play and drug that chick, and they caught her on camera, so then she got fired, and now she need to go. Like she's like, at first she's like, I don't need y'all. What's going on? I don't need y'all girls and everything. I'm very good. I'm successful. Y'all was has-beens. I don't need this group. Now you got fired. Now you need the group. Girl, shut up. So that's the Valeria. Then we get Brandy, aka Naomi, aka Explicit Lyrics. And to be honest, she could really flows. Her Eve, we know Eve Glow really well. We know she got it. But I'm surprised at Brandy because I do know that Brandy used to do little splitting game in the back in the day. So I'm not gonna take away from that because she used to have that. And Brand New, y'all remember Brand New? Yeah, so yeah, she's not stranger to rapping and stuff like that. But I didn't really see that side of Brandy that much growing up. I was all listening to her ballads. I didn't really listen to her being a lyricist and the rapping and all that stuff. So, but let's start for that. Put It On Me with Chris Brown. She did that little rapping thing on that. Oh, We Can Fall in Love. Not Put It On Me. We Can Fall in Love. That's that. Put It Down. That's the name of the song. I keep saying all the different song names. Go Put It Down. So that's that. So, but Naomi, even though she was in the group, and she did like the manager as well, and we get to back in that backstory as well. She may be the one who broke the group up, and we're gonna explain that in a minute. She just now said, "Oh, we're done." I said, "Damn, how you gonna make that?" And I do know that Naomi have a habit to think of herself sometimes. She think of herself a lot, and that's why the group didn't know that she went out for a solo artist, and she went to a solo deal and all that stuff like that. And that was her goal. That's why she had a strange relationship with her daughter because Yeah, yes. That she had a strong relationship with her daughter because her daughter was like, hold up, for 20 years you trying to chasing this dream, now trying to give up on the dream. No, what was all that for? What was it for? Like, you had the opportunity now I'm gonna sit here after you missed all these birthdays, you missed all this opportunity for a solo dream that you're trying to pursue and now you're trying to not, and all that stuff, say no. So that's that. So Naomi, even though because she was the light of the group, she does have the split fold and everything, and I guess because she has all that in her belt, like she writes for the group and she performs and everything. I think she feel like she has more talent than the girls, so she go by herself a lot and go by how to back and do things. But at the same time, she like her girl. Like it was a back and forth with Naomi. Like she loved her girl group and everything, but at the same time, something was going on with the girl group, and then she had her own ambitions besides being in the group, and that's all it was. And I guess she's trying to repair her relationship with her daughter. So that's the main girls and the other supporting cast. Before we get down to the story, This is JoJo. This is her daughter. That's Naomi's daughter. This is Darren. This is Jill's husband, right? This is Bree, husband named Jeff. EVE husband. This is Notori Naughton husband. All right. And this is Notori Naughton love interest came named Tina, right there. Right? And then we go else. Last week I had the mother, Naomi's mother there, but I don't think how she's a very integral part of the story that much. She just showed that first episode. This is Eric, aka E-Rock. That's what's their manager. This is Little Muffin, aka Lauren. No, she can split game good too, but she's going to rehab and everything because the drug problems and all that stuff, and that's that. This is a little protege of the Nasty Beats, like that's that mentee to them and all that stuff. And she go connection with them. She grew very fond of the Nasty Beats, all that stuff. It's like their mother or auntie to the aunt niece and try and teach her the rope of the musical game because they went through it, all that stuff. And this is Cameron. He played himself. Cameron, right? He's older. He got the facial hair and other stuff. Still look the same, but the facial hair. All right, so that's the thing. So let's start back in the past. So the Nasty Bees was back in what time? Let me do time. Let me make sure I got things together. So it was back in 2001, right? And it was in the stage of San Diego. So they all was getting down. They was getting down with the rapping. If you want to be with a nasty girl, if you want to spend time with one nasty girl, be with a need and be with a nasty girl. You're nasty girl. You're nasty girl. They were singing that like I said. They didn't have any other songs because they said they sold a lot of records and a lot of number one hits. But the Nasty Beast was the number one hit. So I was like, the top match hit, but I said, you really sing more songs here. Yes, they do sing other songs in the show, but as a group, can we have other songs? After a while, we gonna get sick and tired. And you wanna be one of that, even though it's catchy, but still, we gonna say, all right, can you sing another song? Like that's all you gonna sing about? And y'all get sold out for like one song. All right, enough of my soapbox. But they was on stage, and they was always having their piece. Professor X did her piece, and then the Drill did hers. And right? And we know that Explicit Lyrics did hers, right? So it was getting on. It was so funny. I laughed because when Fika Butter Pecan, the least talented of the group, was singing her part, Naomi was like, and Jill, they was saying, girl, get up, girl. They want us to know they nasty because that's all I'm saying. They said they was like Jill and Bree were trying to get Naomi get the fuck. And Naomi was like, you could see in her face. If you sit in the audience and see her like, they said, girl. So she got up. So Valeria said, don't do this right now. She said, no, F this. You know what? I'm tired of this. They're doing this all that stuff. Like, I'm tired of everything. You know what? After tonight, it's no more nasty bees. Drop the mic, and we done. I said, "Oh my gosh, Naomi, how you make the decision for the rest of the group like that?" Like she just broke up the whole group. Like that was like, yes. She was definitely through because she was just like, and that's the time she was like, she was trying to do her solo artist, her solo career, which that didn't work out. So she just said, "Nah, I'm done with this. Nah, whatever. Nasty Beats is done. Bam." And that's why they want to go back to San Diego because that's how their career ended in that city. So let me see. So they got mad. They started booing the girls. They said, "Boo, boo." We was in our figure groove, and you gonna figure broke up like that? No, y'all whack. Y'all tired. We sleep. A lot of stuff. So that was that. And now these girls were from Queens, New York. They was rapping since high school. They was together as a group. It was The Thrill, Professor Sex, Explicit Lyrics. E, Brandy, and Tori. They was the original girls of the group, right? So they was rapping. They had that all green on, all that stuff. They was green and blue. Hey, hey, hey. They was splitting hard. Eric was still their manager at the time. He was a manager, and he was in the back. He was probably promoting the group to one of the execs, whoever that guy is. But that guy was a perv. He wanted Professor Sex in his room. So weird. So I said, "Oh no, we're not doing that." So they took that guy out because he was being a little cornball, fiend, douchebag, and all stuff like that. But and it's crazy at the time. Sometimes artists who's, let's say, most dark skin artists and groups, it really lasts longer than if you don't have that person who could bring them over the other side and everything. And that was whole Valeria approach. So when they scored that figure exec out of here, that perv exec out of here who wanted Professor Sex in his room, Valeria came and she said, "Oh, I know you." She just knew his whole biography. She said, "Yeah, I know you. I know what's going on and thing." You know what? Being a part of the group, she slipped in her CD. He said, "You know what? I got what it takes to be this group. I got to take it on everything, take it to the top. We know we got this and all stuff." So he started blocking with her and said, "Oh, okay." So, because he started turning, he said, "Maybe, yes, we probably need this flavor into the group to make us to the other side, to get to the top." I mean, granted, they're successful because she's got into the group, but at the same time, like, you push them forward and then you try to play it, whatever. So that was that. The group would listen to her, listen to the demo tape. You know, she was square, she was trash. I said, "Oh, what kind of rapper is that?" The way how these girls were splitting on stage, you gonna bring this girl who didn't look nothing less compared? She was looking for a come up, and he fell for it. Yes, that's what she was. She was definitely looking for a come up. She was looking for that opportunity to make it to the top, to run to that top to get the money. And that's what she said. She uses. She had this group that was very fire. They could add this Latina flair to it. Because at the end of the day, nobody was bringing them to the top, even though Maverick was helping them, but they didn't push to the level where they wanted to push it to. So they saw the girl, she held a demo tape, she was trashy, it was not that great. She had flow, but not as much as the other girls. So you could tell she was the weakest link. And they was like, "Oh, we've been rapping." Jill was like, "We've been rapping since high school. We're gonna have this little light bright coming over here trying to take our shine." And I was like, "Oh, she was going to step on everybody to get to the top." Yes, that's what she was. Yes, and she was ruthless. She was very ruthless in her approach and how she handled that because she was pushing up on Eric, all that stuff, and he was falling for it. So they was listening to her, and they listening to what she's saying, and they kind of bought in what she was saying because at the end of the day, yes, they do want to make it to the top. They want to make it cross over because sometimes that's how it is. That's how it is. Remember Dreamgirls? One of my favorite movies. And Effie was the leader of the group. And when they actually became stepped on one of the Dreamettes and became the Dreams, they pushed Beyonce to the center more because she has that look, the crossover look that may compare to the other side. So that's what they were trying to do, emulate into this kind of thing, that Valeria had that look to, or the flavor to get to the other side, whatever. Spice it up. Sad to say, sad to happen, but something like this does happen. Not as much now, but some artists do get pushed forward more than others, and who got less talent than other talents, and it just sucks. But that's what entertainment business is all. It's all about the imagery, and so Naomi showed her the link, and she was like, if if you want big time nasty girl, if you want big time, they was like, what the hell? And then she said, oh, if you want to spend time with one nasty girl, if you want to spend time in one nasty world, be with a B and a B with a nasty girl. You're nasty girl. You're nasty girl. And she got it. And they was like, oh, okay. So when Naomi said, this is the top, this is the song that would get to the top. This is the thing. We need to make it. And basically it was. That was the number one hit. Right? So that was that. We find out more of the background story, the back thing of the group, right? Naomi and Eric was fooling around, right? At that time, he's messing with Valeria. But not everyone to go public with the relationship with Naomi and him. But she did not want to do that because she said as she wanted to transfer over to a solo career, she didn't want people thinking that because she got this because she's sleeping with the manager. So she wanted to keep that private. But I guess because she wanted to keep that private, he felt type of way that she's rejecting him. And so he's still messing with Valeria. So that's called the tension between Valeria and Naomi. That's why Naomi freaking bum rushed her in the first episode. It's like, girl, we 20 years deep. We still get this hate going on here. I ain't forget what happened. So that's that. And he said he wasn't stopping because she asked him, are you still messing with her? And he was trying to play it off. He said, I want to be you and this was that. You want to make us public and all that stuff like that. Nah. And she said, ask my questions. Are you still messing with her? And he said, yes. And that's what happened. And that's what she ran into Cameron. Cause remember, I get to that in a minute. She went to Cameron and she said, I need to be with you. I need something. She just needs someone. And she said she needs someone. And she went to his room. And so that was back in the days. Now, when they did that thing, they sat down at the table and signed the contract. So this is exactly what happened with a lot of groups too. Like they get so these people play on these young people and their talent and use their talent to bring their stuff up in their pockets. And then these people got the glam or something, and they actually broke. So all the money they spending and all stuff like that, and they realize they don't have the money circulating because these freaking managers and producers is giving their monies out. And it was a setup because Valeria and Eric used them. And that's why he wanted to right his wrongs now with the group because the contract they signed, Valeria knew it was a bad contract. She knew. She read it. Valeria, I don't know. I think everybody, I don't know if they formed up the contract, whatever, but they had it signed. And they gave them $200,000 in a purse. And a rubber bag it was. Yeah, I don't know what bag it was. And Naomi was like, I don't like no bags. I give the bag away. And when they were in that bag and found out it was $200K, she said, oh, hell no, give my bag back. I said, I know that's right. Yeah, sure. Yes, that's what happened. They was blinded with the money. They didn't get to read the freaking contract. And they were so quick to sign. Naomi was the last one to sign. Louis Vuitton. Yeah, it was an LV bag. Yeah, she was saying, I don't want this bag. No, I'm not a bag girl. And when she saw that $200K, and they said, "Oh, hold on, give my bag back." I'm go. I know you. I know that's right. You making your bag back. Yes, they threw a lot of money at them, and expect them not to read the contract or somebody to tell them it was not bad. Yes. No. Somebody had to tell them it was a bad contract. Yes, that's what I'm saying, because they didn't read it. And it seemed like Naomi was about to read it, but they would say, sign it back, because they saw the money. And that's what they said, this is advancement, and that's how they get you. And a lot of artists back in the 90s, even though a lot of them was successful, like TSC was one of the successful group, but at the same time it was broke because they had a chipped up contract. And Diddy, a lot of people was playing on these people's talent, and they was successful a little bit, but they break up. They separate from management because they got the bad deal, and they push out these albums, make these people rich, but they is broke. So they was like, hold on. So they signed that contract, and didn't know what it was, and a lot of the contract was heavy towards the management side and not for the artist. So they didn't know that his money was heavy towards them, and they was getting low percentages of their cut. Split 4 ways for 4 girls, and they was broke, and they said like 40. I think they said how many million? I wrote down 4 million records. There's a 4 million records, and they broke. I said, oh, child. And that's an accomplishment when you get records sold. Because back then we had CDs and cassette tapes and stuff like that. Now everything's digitally. So CDs, and you sell that much record and you broke? Child. So when they confronted them about that, that's when they realized that they had a bad contract. Because she said, Now he was saying, I want to read that contract. I want to read the contract. Show me the contract now that we read, that we signed. Show me the contract. And that's what Valeria revealed to them. They said, no, that was a bad contract. I knew it. It was a bad contract. And I said, oh, you dirty shit. And she said, oh, well, we still got to perform. We still got to make it on top. We can't stop now. And it's tough to say they had to agree with her because they still on top. They still got to perform. And that was messed up. That was messed up. And at that time, Naomi got a deal signed. She had a solo deal signed behind the group's back. And the group knew about it. Because they now, when they had that little scene, welcome to our house, welcome to Nasty B's house, and whatever it was. They had an introduction and they did like 3 takes of it. Or 2 takes. And at first they acted like they was not happy towards each other. They had to play it off. They said, no, come on, let's do it, girl. Let's get it together. And they did it again. And then they said, oh, you think we ain't know you had a solo contract deal? Right? You don't think we ain't know that. And Valeria was going on what she was doing. Jill, one of the people who was working on the set was asking Jill to go out and everything. Yeah, the fake quiz, MTV quiz, right? Yes. I remember that show, MTV quiz. And they're coming back with MTV quiz too. Or they probably already back. But let me see. Jill was getting hit on by somebody, and that's the time Jill was not comfortable. So she was like, what you trying to talk about? Yeah, take about to be out of there by 3. That's what I'm saying. Where you going? No, where are you going? Sure. Nobody going anywhere till we get this take right. And they got it right the second time, but still, we ain't going nowhere. So they had to say, no, we getting this together, y'all. We got to get out of here. She got to go. Jill was pissed off. And she was like, basically, no, what's wrong with that? I can get any man I want. What you going on? You trying to come at me and all something like that? You disrespectful. And I said, girl, Jill, oh, you hot in your hand, girl. You was hot in that. So, all that stuff. Because that lady clocked it. You know, people could clock it. So, like, some people clock it. They down low. And Jill was not having that. She was going off of that girl. So, Brianna had to tell her, said, what you doing? You tripping, girl. You tripping. Calm down. And that time they know that she was snorting at the time. Because, you know, you could tell she was home. She just went erratic. So you tripping, girl? Like, what? And I said, oh snap. So, that was all the past. Yeah. So that basically was all the past that happened. So Valeria, and then when she approached Eric about that, oh, you still seeing her? That's when we saw that butter pecan. With the perfume. I said, good. She got to figure commercial deals, all that stuff, all because she was messing with the manager. But we'll get all vatic, and then somebody came on her. And that's exactly how you probably would react if somebody came on him. He probably would go off like that. All right. So present day. Brianna, her and Jeff went to the hospital to get the surgery. The surgery was successful, and after chemo, he'll be cancer free. Good. But it was a flip side, a side effect. He had a short term memory. So he don't remember that he cheated. Because she brought it up. She said, cheated. He said, oh, what? First I thought he was playing. I said, don't play here. Don't play here because I would bring cancer back. Bam! Don't play with me. No, I'm trying to make light of cancer. But I'm judge of the scene. Don't try to play her like you don't remember that you cheated and try to play amnesia. Oh, I'll give you some amnesia. Go whap whap in your face. But he had a short-term memory loss. I said, oh, snap. Now we got to do a memory loss? Really? That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. Because I was like, hold on. Not all of a sudden, you conveniently lost memory. I would say the same thing. Y'all will see, we here. I said the same thing. I was like, no, that motherfucker's lying. He is lying. But I guess the doctor confirmed that. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I said, I know that lying. He probably played it off. Like, he probably know what symptoms. He probably studied the symptoms because he's a professor. So he probably studied the symptoms or something going on and try to play it off. But that was that. And they had Valeria to watch the kids. So Valeria was in her own words. Like, she watched the kids' her own thing. She like, I supposed to do homework with them. She said, yes, you got to do homework with the kids. And she said, oh, well, I just took them shopping, all that stuff. I said, you do the homework. Y'all the parents. That's what I said. He said, who? Cheated? What? Who I cheated with? I said, oh. So Valeria watching the kids, and then, she did okay job, even though she still was 100% great with 100% with the help with the homework and stuff. But she held the kids down, and the kids didn't call mom and said, "Oh well, I can't be with Valeria because she's messing up. She ain't doing." No, I guess she feed them, she took them out, all that stuff like that. I guess she was a cool Valeria, whatever. But at the same time, she is working with Eric to try and get the girls group thing back together and perform again. Because at that time, they would say no more. That was that one-time thing. We're not getting back in the group. No, that was one time. But now they was like, nah. So he is working out a deal with some old-time guy. He said San Diego at that time. He said, listen, if you don't sold out, I'll cover your loss. He said, well, you got to give me $500,000, $500K. I said, ooh. He said, why you so hell-bent? He said, because I believe in this girls, and I got to right my wrongs. I said, yes, you wronged them with a bad contract and everything. Played them. And so he said, good. He said, we're going to get sold out. Whatever. So that was Jill's side of things. And now she's trying to see what's going on. But she said, you know what? I do need this opportunity to get myself together because I was Professor Sex. I was this. I was a confidant. I can't lose that. I need to get my groove. I need this. I need the future. I got to show my kids that I can make it. Whatever. Because, no, daddy might die soon. And I have to be there. And it's the kids. And she got to look for the kids. It's like, she just feel bummed out. Like, the past, the future, what she's scared of. Is she scared about her past? Or she's scared more of what the future will hold? And that's what it was. Jill was in a bed with Tina. I said, that was quick. Granted, yeah, she came out. Jill came out in her thing with the first episode. She came out as a lesbian, but I said she kissed a girl and everything, and then she likes it and all that stuff. So now everybody knew. So I said, in the bed already? I said, also her husband probably found out already too, because he's probably watched it, and he did. He knew about it. So, and they was in the bed, and then all of a sudden, they started smelling breakfast food, bacon and stuff. I said, who cooking downstairs? And I said, he's cooking. I said, what's going on? They in the bed, he downstairs. I said, what is going on here? In the same house? And Tina came downstairs with her. That was that. He cooking. He said, you know what? I love you, Jill. I love you. Let me show you his picture again, y'all. This is him right here. Him right here. He said, I love you. And I don't want to lose you. I know you love me, and I know you love her. You said, you know what? Let's do a polyamorous relationship. I said, damn it. I said, oh. He said, no, I can't leave you, girl. So let's do this three-way. Let's do this three-way polyamorous relationship. We can make it work. I don't want to lose you. I love you. And if you have to be with her and you can be with me, I know you have some love for me. Let's do polyamory. I said, oh. But Jill wants to live her truth. So her truth is she's not really into men. She likes women. So she did have a good relationship with her husband, and he's a good guy. But deep down, she's not really attracted because that's what she was making all the excuses to having sex with him and all that stuff. And when she all that craziness, like she was keep pushing lower because she don't really be sexually attracted to him. I guess she liked the other stuff about being like the limelight of being heterosexual norm. But I was like, I expected him because I thought he was gonna be flipping out and all stuff. He said, "No, no, 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 let's do a pound week." I was like, "We can work this out." And I don't think Tina was here for because she was like, "Who?" Jill was stuck. Jill was taken aback, but I was like, "Well, I would do it. I probably would." That's what I'm saying. I probably would still do it because you would still have your husband, even though the world find out that you're lesbians, whatever. But the world can find out that you like polyamory, girl. You can break the mold. That would be too much for her. That would be too much for Jill. I don't think she could handle two people. You don't have to have sex with him. He's the public appearance. He can do that to him, and like he wanted that. But she said she had to live her truth. He said, "I had to let him down." He said, "I'm never gonna stop loving you." I said, right, Brittany? I would have did it. I was like, hold up. I would have taken it back when he said that because I thought he would be pissed off. But he said, "No, let's do this." And she was like, "Ooh." She was like, "Oh, I don't know how to do that. No, I can't. I can't. It's bad enough I came out. Now I gotta hide. No." So she told him off. He said, "Oh, he said he never gonna love. He never gonna. He always got love for her. He always gonna love her." I said, "Oh, hey, whatever." So she was at church, and people was judging the church. I said, "Did y'all watch the Nasty B performance too? What the hell you screwing in your face for that white B?" Like she was all screwing her face when she about to give her a handshake, and that girl was like, "I said, ew, nobody want to touch your freaking dance." Oh no, so no, it's not. I'm not letting see. It's fictional, y'all. So no, I want to tell your dusty dangerous ass. Shoot. And and then the pastor was the Catholic priest, whatever he is. He was going off. It was like dancing and judging her with a scripture. How you judge me with a scripture in front of my face? So she ran out of there. He said, "Oh my gosh." Reporters trying to come at her. She went home because she said, "This is too much." Like so Tina said, what you expect when you came out the world? You think you really just blow it out there. So you really gotta tell the story. Like people gonna really talk to you. So freaking take control of your narrative of your story. That's what it is. People would like to hear you. And you got the chance to people listen to you still are favorable enough from the fans who still like y'all, even 20 years later, that you could make a difference as a grown woman. So stand in it. But she's still running at this time. Naomi, I skipped Valeria with it. What was her name? Well, Valeria is still trying to work with this Eric thing, and I think she still wants to get back with Eric, or still trying to have this connection with him and stuff. Trying to say, "I got you," because at that time he was like, he got a couple of 400K if he don't throw out. But she said, "I got you. I spent some money up together and everything." So I guess she's still falling for that guy. Like she still want Eric, but Eric still fell for Naomi. I said, "Oh snap." And Valeria still want this group back because she trying to get this group back together as much as she can because she got nothing else, so she'd rather fight for this. At this time, do it right, change the history. You like the history, like change it. Yes, we did dirty deed in the past. Now we can do better in the future. So I guess she's trying to turn over a new leaf. Whatever. We'll see how far that will go. And Naomi. So Naomi met Cam on because she was sitting down with her daughter JoJo, and she gave JoJo a piano book and everything because JoJo into music and stuff. And music sheets. And Campbell came. And Campbell said, "What's going on?" And sat down and asked him, "Can you eat lunch with us?" And everything is good. And Cameron mentioned that he has his own record label and he wanted to sign Naomi to his record label. And I said, "Oh, finally, she got the opportunity." finding opportunity. And JoJo said, he said, I don't know. He said, what you mean you don't know? This is all the opportunity you want the chance to get. This is the chance you want to have. You better get it. Jump on it. And she said, okay, I'll get it. I'll go it. So when it came to JoJo's ordering the burger, I said, what kind of dry ass burger you eating, girl? She eating the burger with no sauce whatever, with tomatoes and extra pickles. That's not dry ass shit. No freaking ketchup, no mayonnaise. Like, I like my burger with ketchup and mayonnaise. Put that together, it'd be pink, you know that tastes good. So she had no dry ass burger with his tomatoes and extra pickles. Cameron ordered the same thing. So Naomi looked at Cameron, JoJo looked at Cameron looked like JoJo, and they all like this. I said, ooh. And it was well done. I say yes, a well done dry ass burger. No sauce whatsoever. I said, what the fuck kind of burger is that? Sure. I mean, when we're young, we have to make it work. We got to make it work. But still, I like my ketchup and things. Sometimes you could eat it, whatever. It don't taste bad, but it tastes extra good with the sauce. It's like that. So now the wheels is turning. I said, oh, what's this? Because remember in the past, I mentioned that after she was pissed off with Eric, she ran to Cameron and said, I need someone. I need you right now. And I guess she slept with him at that time. Because, you know, there's a vulnerable moment. So he said, you got to meet with the exec and you got to kill the meeting. So she said, okay, cool. She went. She played her demo. The guy was like, yeah, you good and everything, but he want her to write for someone else. I said, oh, hell to the no. I mean, yeah, she was the writer for the group, but still. She said, no, I'm not writing for somebody else. What the hell? So my time is only wasted for to be a writer? I mean, you do good accolades if you write some good music. I mean, hey, shoot, you don't have to always be the limelight. Shoot. Shoot, make hits and I make hits and I have to be the figure artist. Shoot. So she didn't like that. And that's all I'm saying. I thought it was the manager too, so we get the other pieces of the story. So we still don't know yet, but it does lead towards it because you know sometimes your kids have the habits of the parent that's not there. So when they order the same kind of food, they all looking at each other, and then I guess in his mind he started cracking at the timeline of there because I think next episode he gonna say, so when you gonna tell me that JoJo's my daughter, or something like that, and I guess we will see what she says and everything because we don't know the extent that if Eric and Naomi was sleeping around in the past. We know that she was liking him and everything, and they were trying to make it public. Maybe it could be alluded that they were, but he was messing with Valeria. So maybe it was till she realized that he wasn't stopping seeing her, and she ran to Cameron and had that little quick rendezvous, and now that might be his kid. And so we don't know yet. So it's up to Naomi to tell us the truth. Who is the father? Is it Eric? Is it Cameron? So she was upset and everything because then she called her daughter and everything because I think this was around the time the group said, you know what, we're gonna do this again. Because Naomi said, I don't know about this anymore, y'all. I don't know. She said she might give up the Mizzle entertainment business. And she said, what? And then they all convinced her and they would say, you know what, we got this now. We good. And we're gonna perform again. And San Diego. Break the curse. Go back to the city that we ended our career to revive our career. I said, that was nice symbolism. I like that. Okay. So she called her daughter and she was saying, I don't know. She said, so what was all this for? All that 20 years he was chasing the dream. What was that for? No, don't play yourself. And this was one of my beautiful scenes. I liked it. Her daughter was playing the piano, right? And then Naima said, you know what? I gotta go. She went to the executive house and she sang her ass off in front of that guy. And while she's playing, the daughter was playing, she was singing that melody to that song, to what she was playing, and also the background of the show. I said, oh my God. And she's selling Wrecking Ball. Dance to the Wrecking Ball. And I was like, oh my God, Brandy got a nice voice. And Brandy has a unique distinctive voice. So very good. And so the exec said, okay, cool. But now this time, he wanted her to sign a contract, and she cannot do both the solo and the group. So she said if she signs this contract, she can't. She got to give up the Nasty Bees. And I guess this time, Naima realized she needs the girls. She needs the girl by her side. So before she broke the girl group, everything, I think she probably needed it. So she was like, I don't know. So that's when we went back together, and they said we will perform. Go to San Diego, and that's that. Now, Little Muffin. Y'all remember Little Muffin? The Index down. Sweetie and Nicki Minaj, the wannabe. Right here. And she's in rehab. They put her in rehab, and she was giving the rehab guy the blues. She said, what's going on? What's this? I can't do that. Because I guess she's scared because she got to speak to herself. Who is Lauren? She haven't really tapped into who Lauren for a long time. She always been Little Muffin. So I guess it scares her for talking about herself and get clarity of her because she's been Little Muffin all the time. So she ran away from the rehab. I said, you ran? They're trying to make me stay in rehab. I said, no. She left. She ran to Jen's house. Jill get freaked out with Tina, so they ran out their house. They went to Brianna's house. Everybody went to Brianna's house. That's when they decided to go to the group and everything. And Jill and Lauren had this little scene together because she ran out the freaking, tried to sneak out and just fell out the tree. That's why you sneaking out the fell out the tree, girl. What's going on here? So they call her, and they were going off back and forth and said, you got to go back to rehab, and this is back and forth. So Jill made a promise to her because they read each other a little bit, and they all got pissed off. So they stopped. They said, you know what? Come back. And Jill said, listen, you go to rehab, and you promise me you stick to the end, you be very truthful to yourself, and be you. And I will do the same. I will do my truth, live my truth, and speak on it, stand in it, and show you that I have it. And we could check and balance each other. They said, cool. So she went back to rehab, and Jill took Tina to the same church that Vika judged her and hold her hand. She said, I'm part of this church, and I'm going to stay here. What? And he had nothing else to say. I said, okay. At first, I didn't want to stay at that church anyway. I would have went to another church who would have accepted me. But, hey, I guess that's the church you grew up in. I guess that's the church you want to stay in. Whatever. And let me see. What else happened? Okay. It's present day. They said San Diego. And it seemed like it was only those three. It was only Jill, Bree, and Valeria. Freaking Naomi was nowhere to be found. They were looking for her, said, what's going on? They called on her phone. She not answering. And then later on, after they called Butter Pecan, lo and behold, Lauren pause, expensive lyrics. Yeah. I said, oh, she show up. I said, okay. And said, we got this, girls. New, nada. Man, that's all that stuff. So that was Queens, y'all. It was good. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Did I miss anything? Anything else? So if y'all anything y'all want to talk about in this show, y'all want to talk anything about Insecure, y'all want to talk about anything about games to play. We have a little more 4 minutes before we wrap this up and end this live. How you feel? So yes, it's most like a strong possibility that Cameron is JoJo's father. And if that's the case, that would make it more interesting to see what's going to play out with their storyline. And that's that. Now, I don't know how this Valeria ever gonna go because it seems like she still want him. And I don't know if he really feeling her that much anymore. Now that Jill and Tina is an item, so we'll see how that goes. Watch along for Marriage Boot Camp and Ready to Love. Tomorrow is Thursday. Cause Ready to Love. Let me see. I hook on Queens though. I really like it. Cause tomorrow's Thursday when I get home, I got something to do. I got some projects I gotta handle. So when I get home, I do that. And then on Friday, I get home early and we're gonna do that live, a gossip thing on live. So I don't know if I'm gonna do the watch along yet. I maybe could do it on Saturday and do it before I go to work. And do a watch along for, I don't know, for one or two of them. Maybe one of them. And call it a day. Because Sundays don't live on Sundays, y'all. So it'll be no live on Sunday. Because it's Halloween. It probably be live on Monday. I'm not sure about that yet. But it'll be no live on Sunday. So on Friday, we do a little gossip. We can talk about little things. We can talk about anything that we want to talk about. It's going to be a Friday night after work. No school, no job. Let's kiki and have a good time. After work. After school, after work thing. So maybe Saturday morning, I wake up at 11. Maybe we could do around 12 to 1 o'clock. We could probably watch one of those shows and do a watch along. And y'all catch me there. But yeah, I like Queens. I do like Queens. I like all three shows. It's nice. I enjoy it. And that's that. Next week, I ain't going to be doing this live next Wednesday because I'm going back to my regular schedule because my coworker will be back from vacation. So Queens and maybe games people play, I would probably do pre-recorded reviews. That means I need to get my money up there. So y'all watch those reviews, y'all. When it come out, just share it, watch it, make comments, like the video. I just look at the full post. Don't let me add any extra things. It's okay. No, it's okay, really. Like I said, whatever I can get to do, I'll let y'all know with everything. Like I said, maybe can I do it on Saturday morning because tomorrow I had something to do. But Friday we had that live. And maybe we can do it Saturday afternoon before the war work. And that's that. Or we can do it after the war work, but that's going to be late at night, though, because I get home around 11:30. And I'm off Sunday, Monday, so it'll be great. So next week is no live next Wednesday because I'm back to my regular schedule because I get home late. So it'll probably be pre-recorded schedule videos of Queens and games people play. So when I upload them, y'all, please watch it, share it out. Make comments and everything, let people know about me, try to get me out there. My goal trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by at least next year, but we'll see how it goes. Up to 1,100 subscribers. No, 1,190, almost 1,200. So try to get there. And I'm happy. I'm enjoying this. I appreciate y'all. You don't know, Dominique, JW, Brittany, keeping me company in this live today. I really appreciate that. Let other people know about this and stuff. Catch me on Friday. Get y'all drinks together. Get your whatever topics you want to talk about. We're going to talk about anything y'all want to talk about. We're going to make it interactive. I will have some topics, but y'all bring some stuff to the table as well. If y'all want to talk about things. Anything on social media that I probably was not aware of you want me to talk about, let me know. And that's that. I know it's 11:36 Eastern on Eastern time. So it might be 10:36 wherever y'all at. Yes, y'all. Thank you. You know, I'll never forget y'all. I never gonna forget the people who started off with me, y'all. It's always, like I said, I always appreciate this journey. I really love it. And I do like the live versions more than my pre-recorded. Pre-recorded is like, I just gotta do it, put it out there, and wait for the best. The live version, I love the interaction because y'all get to see me how I do things in my own time without all that editing and that's why if I get a bigger platform, I'm gonna do more like what Bonnie do. She does mostly all lives now. And that's that. But I appreciate that. I love it. So, and then we changing them homes and we back on the road. That's what I say. Yes. Shoot. So yes, catch me on Friday, y'all. We're gonna do a gossip Mizzle social corner on Friday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. When I come from work, the chit chat, get y'all drinks on, because I'll go to the store get some Seagrams. Yeah, I know I like Seagrams, right? Go to the store get my Seagrams and drink with y'all. And I still got some jelly shots too. So, you know, we're gonna get in there. We're gonna get into it. Like all right, you know, next week is freaking November. Can you believe it? Can't believe it, next week is November. We got 2 more months of the year left. Child, and one of my favorite holidays is coming up. Thanksgiving, you know, I love to eat. You better, child. Thanksgiving's coming up, y'all. This year had fly by. This year had fly by, up to down, in and out, left to right, north to south, east to west, even flying. Whew. Yes, I can't wait for Thanksgiving. Yes, you know, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving on the Friday Live. Yes, it's going by so fast. Next week, November. Like, and the time going back. Let me see. When? Because it's usually the first Sunday or the second Sunday. They're like 7 times. Yeah, November 7th. You're going back. Woo. Oh yes. You look at Amazon. So that means holiday season is gonna be crazy. Crazy for y'all. And I'm not looking forward to holiday season in my job because I'm a concierge, so we do a lot of packaging, inventory, and log it in. Baby, we get a lot now. We get about like at least hundreds of packets mostly every day. Imagine the holiday times, that's double and triple of that time. I was like, oh my gosh. Amazon come like 5-6 different times a day with multiple packages that UPS with like 3 or 4 truckloads when the holiday season comes. Oh, baby. And we better not have a big ass freaking room as it is. Oh, child. Good thing I have is my shop. I don't even know I'm going to get myself a holiday this year. I mean, everything I get. So, all right, y'all. So, let's see. 5 days a week for 11 hours at night, 6:30 to 6. Oh, no. But you still got your 4 days. You got 5 days because you got the holiday rush. So, yeah. Oh, Brittany. Don't tire yourself out, y'all. Just take some little breaks. Package it. Yes. Yes. At least you got your coins. You independent woman? Question. Hey, right? Independent. Don't question it, girl. Don't question it. All right. Yeah. All right, y'all. So I will see y'all on Friday. Y'all have a blessed, safe night. Have a wealthful night. Have a good day at work tomorrow. If you're off tomorrow, hey, relax as well. So appreciate y'all. Yes. I bought it. Yes, don't get it started. Brittany, don't get it started here. We're about to have another Destiny Child reunion again. Like we did all the other day. Oh, all right, y'all. Love y'all. Have a good night. And I see y'all Friday. Okay? And we buy out with the outro. All right, peace out.